The Nevada desert, vast, unforgiving, and shrouded in mystery. This arid expanse stretches out as far as the eye can see, a seemingly endless sea of sand and rock, where the horizon blurs into a mirage of heat and light. It's a place where temperatures soar to unbearable heights, where the air shimmers with mirages that play tricks on the eyes, and where ancient secrets lay buried beneath the sun-baked earth, waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to venture into its depths. It's also where, in 2014, experienced hiker Kenny Veach embarked on a seemingly routine trek and vanished without a trace. Kenny was no stranger to the harsh conditions of the desert. He had hiked these trails many times before, always returning with stories of his adventures. The desert, it seemed, had swallowed him whole, leaving behind a tangled web of clues, speculation, and unanswered questions. Search teams scoured the area, equipped with the latest technology and driven by the hope of finding any sign of Kenny. But the desert remained silent. Kenny's disappearance sent shockwaves through the hiking community and beyond, capturing the attention of armchair detectives and seasoned investigators alike. Online forums buzzed with theories, each more outlandish than the last, as people tried to piece together the mystery of what had happened to the experienced hiker. How could someone so familiar with the unforgiving terrain simply disappear? Was it an accident, foul play, or something more sinister? The questions only grew as time passed, with no answers in sight. What happened to Kenny Veach? His family and friends were left in a state of limbo, clinging to the hope that he might still be out there somewhere, waiting to be found. The desert, tight-lipped and indifferent, holds the answers, but it's in no hurry to reveal them. As the sun sets over the desolate landscape, casting long shadows and an eerie glow, the mystery of Kenny Veach's disappearance remains as elusive as ever, a haunting reminder of the unforgiving nature of the Nevada desert. Kenny Veach wasn't your average weekend warrior. The Nevada desert was his playground, a place where he felt most alive. He wasn't just familiar with its treacherous beauty, he seemed to have an almost spiritual connection to it. Kenny documented his adventures on social media, his posts filled with stunning photographs and tales of his exploits. He was known for his adventurous spirit, often venturing off the beaten path, seeking out hidden canyons and scaling treacherous peaks. But there was one place, one legend, that seemed to draw him in more than any other, a mysterious cavern he called the M Cave. The M Cave, as Kenny called it, was more than just a geographical location. It was an enigma wrapped in local lore. Kenny claimed to have stumbled upon it years earlier, describing it as having an unnatural, almost sinister energy. He even mentioned feeling nauseous and uneasy near its entrance. He posted a crude drawing of the cave online, its opening resembling a sideways M. Requests for its exact coordinates were always met with silence. Kenny, it seemed, wanted to protect the mystery, to keep the cave's secrets to himself. Or perhaps he was afraid of what he might find if he returned. On November 23rd, 2014, a day that started like any other, Kenny Veach, an experienced hiker and adventurer, set out on what he believed would be a routine hike. The early morning sun cast long shadows over the desert as he meticulously prepared his gear, unaware of the fate that awaited him. Kenny was no stranger to the rugged terrain. He had hiked these trails many times before, always in search of the mysterious M Cave he claimed to have discovered on a previous expedition. With a map in hand and determination in his heart, he ventured deeper into the arid landscape, the mountains standing as silent witnesses to his journey. He told his family he'd be back that evening, a promise that would soon be broken. As the hours passed and the sun dipped below the horizon, concern began to grow. The empty desert trail at dusk painted a haunting picture, a stark contrast to the vibrant sunset that marked the end of another day. Days turned into weeks, each one marked by the relentless passage of time. The desert sky, once a canvas of brilliant colors, now shifted from day to night in a relentless cycle. Calendar pages turned, and with each passing day, hope began to fade. The concerned expressions of Kenny's loved ones told a story of worry and despair. The search for Kenny Veach had begun in earnest. Search and rescue teams, equipped with the latest technology and aided by search dogs, scoured the vast desert landscape. From the ground and the air, they left no stone unturned. But the desert, with its endless expanse, seemed determined to keep its secrets hidden. The efforts of the search and the rescue teams were tireless. They pored over maps, strategizing their next moves, and searched tirelessly from dawn until dusk. Helicopters flew overhead, scanning the terrain for any sign of Kenny, but the vastness of the desert and the lack of concrete leads made their task daunting. Kenny's digital footprint, once a treasure trove of information about his adventures, went cold after that fateful November day. His social media profiles, once filled with updates and photos, now stood as silent reminders of his last known whereabouts. The digital map, once a guide to his journey, now offered no clues. His gear, abandoned in the desert, was a stark reminder of the mystery that surrounded his disappearance. The desert, as it so often does, refused to give up its secrets. The endless horizon stretched out, a vast and unforgiving landscape that held its mysteries close. As twilight descended, the shifting sands whispered tales of the past, but offered no answers. Kenny Veach's last hike remains an enigma, a story of adventure and mystery that the desert has chosen to keep. Kenny, an avid user of social media, meticulously documented his hikes. He posted photos, videos, and detailed accounts of his adventures. But after November 23rd, his online presence went dark. His last post, a chilling reminder of his disappearance, showed a photo of him standing at the edge of a deep, shadowy crevice. Some speculated that the photo was taken near the M Cave, fueling the mystery surrounding its existence. Others dismissed it as a red herring, a cruel trick of perspective. The truth, like so much else in this case, remained elusive. Despite extensive search efforts, no trace of Kenny Veach or his belongings has ever been found. The mystery of his disappearance deepened with each passing day. Theories abounded, ranging from the plausible to the downright bizarre. Some believe he succumbed to the elements, falling victim to the desert's unforgiving nature. Others suspect foul play, pointing to the lack of any sign of his remains. And then there are those who believe Kenny stumbled upon something sinister in the M Cave, something that cost him his life. The desert is a place of whispers, of ancient stories carried on the wind. Local legends abound of lost mines, hidden treasures, and strange phenomena. Some say the desert is home to portals, gateways to other dimensions. While these tales are often dismissed as folklore, they add another layer of intrigue to Kenny's disappearance. Could there be any truth to these stories? Did Kenny Veach stumble upon something ancient and unexplained in the M Cave? Something that led to his demise? The desert as always holds its secrets close. Kenny Veach's case, while tragic, is not entirely unique. His disappearance is one of many that have occurred in the vast, unforgiving wilderness. The vast wilderness, especially in remote areas like the Nevada desert, has a way of swallowing people whole, leaving behind more questions than answers. The sheer expanse and isolation of these areas make it incredibly difficult for search and rescue teams to find any trace of those who go missing. Cases like those of Maurice Dametz, who vanished in the California desert in 2005, are haunting reminders of how quickly a person can disappear without a trace. Despite extensive search efforts, no clues were ever found to explain his sudden disappearance. Or Kenneth Wilson, who disappeared in Death Valley in 2010, add to the growing list of unsolved mysteries. The harsh conditions of Death Valley, with its extreme temperatures and treacherous terrain, make it a particularly dangerous place for hikers and adventurers. These cases serve as stark reminders of the unforgiving nature of these environments. The desert, with its scorching heat by day and freezing temperatures by night, is a place where even the most experienced outdoorsmen can find themselves in peril. These cases, often shrouded in mystery and lacking concrete answers, leave families and friends in a state of perpetual uncertainty. The lack of closure can be devastating, as they are left to wonder what happened to their loved ones. Highlight the inherent dangers of venturing off the beaten path. The allure of exploring uncharted territory can be irresistible, but it comes with significant risks. Without proper knowledge and preparation, a simple hike can quickly turn into a life-threatening situation. They also underscore the importance of proper preparation, communication, and respect for the power of the wilderness. Carrying the right equipment, informing others of your plans, and understanding the environment you are entering can make the difference between a safe return and becoming another tragic story. The wilderness is beautiful and awe-inspiring, but it demands respect and caution from those who seek to explore its depths. Despite the inherent dangers, there's an undeniable allure to the unknown, a magnetic pull that draws us in. The human spirit, it seems, is hardwired to explore, to push the boundaries of our understanding and venture into the uncharted. Kenny Veach, with his adventurous spirit and thirst for discovery, embodied this primal urge to explore. His story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that the pursuit of adventure can come at a steep price, often unexpected. But it also speaks to the enduring power of mystery, the questions that linger long after the trail has gone cold and forgotten. The desert holds its secrets close, and the case of Kenny Veach remains an unsolved mystery. Did he succumb to the elements? Was he the victim of foul play, or did he stumble upon something sinister in the depths of the M Cave, something that cost him his life? We may never know the answers to these questions, but one thing is certain. Kenny Veach's story will continue to fascinate and haunt us, a chilling reminder of the power and the mystery of the untamed wilderness. The desert, as always, gets the last word.